Hey guys, it's Brett. I'm here with a post-burn review from Bath & Body Works. We have Christmas Cider. This is out for right now at stores for holiday 2020. And this has the nice picture on the front here that has the deer here and the little sleigh. It's one of the illuminating ones that illuminates through the picture in the front, and it's got the snowflakes all on the back here that illuminates when you light it up as well. And it's got the I said in my Frosted Experiment review, if you've seen that, if you didn't, I originally thought this was, I'd heard people call it like shattered glass, and I thought it looked like that too, but then I also heard that recently that somebody said they think it is frost, and I said it makes more sense that it would be frost. Like when you get frost in the glass and it kind of gets that kind of design, that makes more sense for this collection to be frost than broken glass, so I'm gonna go with frost because that makes more sense. That makes it seem a little more nicer to me. Even though I'm not super crazy about the lid still anyway, but it makes more sense for, we'll just say frost on that lid. So Christmas Cider reads mulled cinnamon, crushed clove, creamy nutmeg, simmering cider with essential oils. Oh, this one was so good. You guys, this was really good. I love this candle so much. Oh yeah, I couldn't get enough of it. So you definitely, you really get the cinnamon, I will say that. The cinnamon is the most prominent note out of everything, but it almost is like, it's almost like a cinnamon cider as opposed to like an apple cider. You know, you have like apple cider in the fall. This is more like cinnamon cider for the winter. That's what I get. You get the cinnamon, and you do get like the clove, and you do get the nutmeg. I get those sweet spices in there as well. That nutmeg really adds a sweetness to it. Like it says mulled cinnamon, you definitely get that cinnamon, mulled cinnamon. It's like a mulled cinnamon, which is kind of in cider. The crushed clove, creamy nutmeg, simmering cider. So yeah, it does have like a simmering cider, mulled, simmering kind of a feel to it. Like I said, it's just like, oh, it's just so good, it's so good. I said in my haul that it kind of reminded me of a little bit of Leaves and what is it? Leaves and the other one that's out now for winter. Spiced hot toddy, I think it is. Is that what it is? Spiced toddy, spiced hot toddy, whatever it is. This is also similar to Leaves. Kind of remind me of that on cold, but when burning, it's not as much like that when burning. But it does have a little bit of that kind of that syrupy kind of cinnamony note that it's a little bit, that is a little bit in here as that is in there. But it doesn't come off as much as that, completely like that when burning as it did on cold to me necessarily. But yeah, it's so like that. It's so like a Christmas cider. There's no apple or anything. It's not apple cider or anything. It's just the cinnamon. At times it did kind of come off a little almost bakery-like. It kind of reminded me almost at times, sometimes it's like, almost smells kind of like a cinnamon roll. Like a bakery cinnamon roll because of that cinnamon, and it had like a little bit of a bakery vibe going on in there. A little slightly gourmand bakery vibe. And then it also kind of reminded me of like cinnamon Irish cream from Bath & Body Works. It reminded me of that a lot too. I wish I had that next to me to compare it, but I don't have any more. I almost bought that last fall because it was so good, but if you like that, I think you would like that because it's a little bit in the same vein as that. I love cinnamon Irish cream, and this is cinnamon, but it's got a little bit more mulled cider type of like thing going on here. Really good. Like I said, it's like a cinnamon cider, but then it also has a little bit of a bakery-ish kind of vibe, a little slightly gourmand kind of a sweetness going on in there with that nutmeg and the cloves and everything. It's really good. It's kind of like a mixture of different kinds of scents. Cidery and then kind of bakery. It's really nice. Totally new to me. It doesn't remind me exactly of anything else. Oh, I loved it though. I loved it a lot. Loved it, loved it. So next we'll talk about the burn. The burn is completely done here. It put itself out. As you can see there, this one little wick down here was just the last one to go out. It was going and going and going and finally went out. The burn was good. This one had the thick rope-like wicks, and with those thick wicks, I'll light it and then it kind of, when you light those, they kind of, you're high and then they get real small. and then you almost think it's not going to pull out all the way. And this had a little bit of trouble pulling out completely. I did have to call about a couple times to help it out to completely pull out, but then it started, and then it would pull out, it'd be fine. The flames were super strong though. Along with this, I was at the same time in another room, I was burning frosted spearmint. Those had a thinner wicks, and that one had no problem pulling out at all. And the flames were super high until the halfway point, and then I got puny wick syndrome. But this one, at the first half, the flames, it took a while to pull out, and then I cotton balled it, and then they did get higher, but they weren't as high as the frosted spearmint were. But they were higher than they were before I cotton balled it. And then it did fine until like the halfway point, and then they got really puny. I got puny wick syndrome at the halfway point with this one. Had a cotton ball it again, and then, but after I cotton balled it was fine. The flames got higher. It got a little bit lighter, just like the frosted spearmint. If you saw my review on that one, when it got puny wick syndrome, the throw got a little bit lighter. But then when I cotton balled it, the flames got higher, and then the throw got stronger as well. So yeah, other than that, it burned fine except when at the middle point, and then I just cotton balled it, and then it was fine after that. So the throw on this one was light at first. When I first lit it, I was like, I could barely smell it on that first burn. I was like, I'm not getting much from this. Hopefully it'll kick in. And then on the second burn, it did start getting stronger. So I was like, okay, finally it got stronger. And then I think it was like on the third burn or so, it was even more stronger. And then after that, it was like smooth sailing from then. It was so good the rest of the candle. It was just that first burn that really was a little bit lighter, and I kind of got nervous that, oh no, is this going to be a dud? But then after that, it was fine. Did really good, no problems at all. The throw, I'd say on average, probably about like I'd say 7 to 7.5 on this one. It's a good strong medium on this candle. Towards the end, on this last few burns here that I had, it got really strong. Like, I'd say closer to an 8 or so on the bottom part of this candle. Really good. And then of course it looks really beautiful lit up as well. So yeah, I would highly recommend Christmas Cider. I love this one. I think I wouldn't mind having another one of this one. So I don't know, maybe on Candle Day if they have any more, maybe I pick up another one, because you never know if they're gonna bring it back or not. I might try to pick up at least one more of these because it's really, really nice. I really liked it, and I recommend you try it out if you're thinking about it. I think you'll really like it. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all in our next video. Bye.